I've got to install a brake controller on my Tesla Model Y, and I've got to make sense of all of this. I'm Frugal Tesla Guy, and I'm going to show you how I put this all together and got it installed into my Tesla Model Y. So I'm going to be picking up a small camper trailer in about a week. It's about 2,600 pounds dry weight, and as you may or may not know, the towing capacity of the Tesla Model Y is 3,500 pounds. Now, when I ordered this car, I also had the tow package included in it. Now, of course, you've got a place where you can put the hitch, right? That's great. But they also give you the wiring, and they put it all up to the front here so you can install a brake controller if need be. So here's the deal. I got the brake controller, and boy, wouldn't it be great if this just plugged right into the car? But no, that's not the case. What also comes in the brake controller kit is this. It's a harness. These two plugged in together. This has bare wires. You're like, well, great, now I've got bare wires. What does that mean? Well, I did go to the owner's manual for Tesla Model Y, and it says contact customer support, and you can get a pigtail ordered that will connect to this harness and then plug into the car. Well, I did just that, never heard back from them. I actually messaged them a couple of times, and within a couple of weeks, I get another message from them saying this has been inactive. We're going to go ahead and pull this ticket. Great. So that didn't do me any good. So I decided to go ahead and see if there's something else I could find online. And believe it or not, from a company called Pimp My EV, they sell this, which is essentially the same thing that Tesla sells. And the cool thing is, it's all color coded, and that may seem great because all the colors are the same here, but they label them at Pimp My EV, and unfortunately the colors don't match. So I've got to go off the labels and kind of go from there. And you've got all the labels here as well. So I can just kind of match, they just won't match the colors. So I've got to get this crimped together. This then plugs into the car. But you see, it's not as simple as just there's a plug there. You've got to take a few things apart. So I'm going to show you how I did that. I'm going to show you where the plug is. We're going to get this all situated and see if we can get this all together. All right, so here it is exposed. I've actually taken it off already. And if you ever owned a Tesla Model Y before the Juniper, this was actually two pieces. This long vertical piece and this kind of triangular shape, they were two separate pieces. But now it seems like they decided to go ahead and make them one. So if there's one thing I've learned over the years of doing mods on my Tesla Model 3, is that these have a lot of these clips, and sometimes it feels like you have to force it out and you're gonna break something. But I've never broken anything in all my years of taking panels like this off. So they're very robust, but you still want to, within reason, be careful, right? So once you get this off, there'll be a pin like this, and it goes right in here. That pin you take out. I have a tool like this, and you just kind of get in there. And what you do is you pull that pin out. So you see how kind of you pull this out, and then that will allow you to pull that out. So then what that does is it loosens this. Kind of take this weather stripping here, kind of get it around the other side of that, pull this out, and this down in here is where we'll find the plug for the brake controller. So let's get this pulled back and expose that plug to show you where it is and go from there. All right, so this is, there's actually a gap right here, so you can eventually, once you kind of pull this like so, you can kind of get this out. Now, let's see here. I don't know if you have to necessarily pull all the way out, but I feel like maybe you do. So I've pulled this out completely, and there it is. There is the plug. So here are the two harnesses. This is the one that comes with the brake controller, and this is the one that comes from Pimp My EV. They're all the same four colors, red, blue, black, and white. Unfortunately, you can see that, well, of course you probably can't, but they are labeled differently. So one of the good things that I read about the Pimp My EV harness is that they do a great job labeling each wire. So you've got to match what the label says, not the color. So I'm going to get to that, and we'll go from there. All right, so I matched everything as best I could. Hopefully they all match. And we have the proper wires connected because, again, they're not color-coded, unfortunately. You've got to go off of the labels on each of the harnesses. So this is what goes to the actual brake controller, and this is what plugs into the car. So let's get this plugged into the car. That's what I like to hear, the nice clicking sound. So it is in there nice and tight. Now we've got to get this around the other side. So upon feeling around in here, I could actually feel a notch. It's really nice. So what you do, you follow this along down here and just keep following all the way down until you feel a notch. And it's a perfect size notch for all of these wires to fit through, and that way you're not kind of crimping those wires when you put this back on. So nice little touch from Tesla. So the next job is not going to be a fun one, and that's going to be putting this panel back on. And once again, making sure I feed this wire through that notch I was talking about earlier. So, all right, let's get to it. What I'm noticing is, before I kind of get going, there are some clips here. So you just want to make sure that you match these clips up with different areas that they fit into so everything fits in properly. All right, this is the fun part. Let's get to it. So I probably should have done this before I put all this back on. What they don't tell you in a lot of the other videos, how much of a pain in the butt this really is to get back into place. You've got to really kind of watch out for some wires that can get caught up in the edge of this thing, and it took a while, but I got it in place and everything's good. So here's the moment of truth. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. We got power to it. It's saying not connected. Well, obviously, I don't have a trailer connected to it. So that's a good sign. I at least have power to it. The next test will be, are the turn signals going to work? Is the brake going to work? I don't have the trailer yet, but so far so good. So before we put this panel back on, fits in there nicely. Before we do that, we need to put this pin right here back into place. Now, I've been kind of playing around with this, and it's not that easy. You got to just kind of make sure that the holes line up. Push that down a little bit. You know, and it's one of those things where it's not a super simple thing to do because it's a little tight. Trying to fit your fingers in there, and of course the hole doesn't match up perfectly, so it's hard to get in. So I'm gonna, I don't know, spend the next probably 5-10 minutes trying to get this stupid thing in. Once I do, I'll come back to you. All right, what do you say? Instead of you just watching me try to put this stupid thing back in. Oh, I did it. All right, yay, it's in. That was fun. Let's see how fun this is now. So, you know, just find all these different clips and match them up. See the different ones right here? So, there we go. Oh, okay. So maybe that was the easier. Maybe that was the part that I was making the mistake, putting the flat edge on first. All right, so some of the issues that I came across trying to put this thing back on is I was putting this side in first. So I was putting this, kind of sliding that in first and then kind of swinging this piece in, and it just wasn't quite fitting. So what I tried then was putting this piece in first, and then this part was over the weather stripping, so I had to peel the weather stripping back over it, and it seemed to come into place. Now, here's the thing that I don't like, and these are kind of the things you don't pay attention to when you're taking it apart, but quite a gap in there. I don't really like that gap in there. There's quite a gap. I can get my finger in there. I just don't like that, but I don't know what else to do because this thing is in place properly. It's where it needs to be, so not quite sure what happened there, but there you go. Because if you go to the other side, Well, you can see on the other side here, no gap at all. Fits nicely. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on there. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. Nobody will notice except for me. So there you go. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this. You know, it wasn't the easiest thing to do, but also wasn't the hardest thing to do. As you can see, everything's back together. You'd never know everything was torn apart. So what I like is, again, that notch I was telling you about, because I was able to push all the wires in there up until the point where you got to have this plug. And that is just enough length to where I can put this thing right here with a piece of Velcro, and I'll be good to go. Now, the cool thing is, too, is it has this detachable piece right here, so I'm not going to, you know, put this in here with screws. All I have to do is take a little Velcro and I'll be good to go there. And then when I'm not using it, I can take it off, and then I can, you know, just tuck those wires back in there, probably even just attach it right here, and then I just have the plug, and I'll be good to go there. Now, one of the things to remember is when you're shopping for a brake controller for your Tesla Model Y, you got to make sure that it's compatible with the Model Y. The folks over at eTrailer.com were actually very helpful. And by the way, I had to pay for this. They're not sponsoring this in any shape or form, but they were very helpful in letting me know that this one is compatible with the Tesla Model Y. What they didn't tell me, and of course that's what I told you in the beginning, was that I needed a separate harness in order for this to work. They said that this is all I would need and I'd be good to go. Not the case. You've got to get that extra harness. So I will have everything that I needed to get the job done and for this to work properly in the description below, so you can just very quickly get everything done that you need. Everything even down to just making sure you've got crimpers and you can crimp the wires together, because those are kind of a couple of things you just don't really think about. So there you go. The full test will be once I go pick up the trailer, and that's going to be another exciting video, because this will be my first time towing a trailer this big. I've towed one with my Tesla Model 3, but it's a lower profile, not as heavy. This one's about 1,000 pounds heavier and a higher profile, so it will create more wind resistance. So I'll be curious to see what kind of range that I get with it. I'll be sharing that with you all, and of course, how this brake controller works. In the meantime, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and stay positively charged.